I see far often people making mistakes far more often with trying to replicate the sport in the weight room.
Yeah.
And it's less likely that's going to be accurate than the other. So I would typically say in most of those cases, it depends on your strength training background. Depends on if you have anybody there watching you. But typically, if you stick to, if you really want to focus on your jiu-jitsu, you want to roll, 4, 5, 6 times a week, just getting in the weight room twice a week, doing some of the big movements in really good positions, that's where you're at. Don't try to replicate like the different crazy positions and then just add load, because here's what we'll commonly say. Adding load is not a progression. It's not necessarily like you're not making anything better by then getting into the same glute bridge position and just adding load.
Okay.
Maybe not though. So what you want to think about are you're not trying to make yourself better in the sport in the weight room. You're trying to make yourself typically a better athlete. And you're also trying to make your body healthier. So those are not the same thing. So you need to, for example, if your shoulder is asked to do a certain thing in your sport, well, you need to then use the weight room to do the things you're not asking it to do in the sport so that it can continue to do the things you're asking to do in the sport.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
That's what's going to keep you on the mat. That's what's going to keep you from not breaking down. If you just ask it to do the same thing in the weight room that you're asking it to do on the mat the entire time, it's going to get really good at that, but then you're probably driving at inhibition in everything else. And the way that joints typically work is they have a full range of motion. They need to use that full range of motion. They have a wide variety of demands. They need to be exposed to that wide variety of demands, front, back, side to side, left, right, all those things. So my general answer would be most of those folks would probably be better doing what we would call GPP, general physical preparation, just really the big movements, squats, hinge, pulls, press, carries, loads, pulls, things like that walks. Those are probably going to be 30 minutes twice a week. Probably going to be the better answer for most people.
Cool.